This all started back in about 1990, when there was a real lack of housing for people out on the streets, and there were a lot of emergency shelters and there were some transitional shelters. But the problem was there was no place for people to go for permanent housing. And so what was happening was the emergency shelters were getting all compressed and the transitional shelters were getting all compressed, and nobody could get out because there was no place for them to go. So a group of us got together, part of the Nashville Coalition for the Homeless and a few other people from the city, and we started looking around to see if we could find a property that would be good for an SRO. Now, an SRO is a single room occupancy for homeless people. That's sort of a new type of housing that is for people that don't have a lot of possessions and would like a smaller amount of space and need some support while they're living there. Well, it turns out that homelessness was not the only problem. Back then, this was in the early 90s, and there were no drugs that helped to not eradicate, but to slow down the progress of AIDS. And so people that had AIDS at that time, they were losing their jobs, losing their families. That was our second property, a property that was strictly for people with AIDS. Now, luckily, over time, the drugs have helped that immensely, and so that's not as necessary as it was. Then, that same year, we went on and we've opened up 2 properties for people with mental illness because they ran into the same type of problems when they went to go to a normal landlord and tried to rent a property. Sometimes they were looked down upon. Over the years, it's just gotten progressively better and better with more support services, more enhancements to the people that live here, and actually, I believe, much more of a sense of community.